If you've ever tried to learn notes on the guitar, there's a good chance you probably ended up memorizing 7 different scale shapes and still had no idea how to actually use them. And honestly, that's because most people learn modes completely backwards. Modes are not 7 random scales that you force on top of random chords. They're really just different colors that already exist within a certain scale. And once you understand how they actually work, they become way easier to hear, visualize, and actually use inside of your music. So in this video, I'm going to show you what modes really are, how to actually create that unique sound, and the easiest way to use them for improvising and songwriting without getting overwhelmed. So let's start by actually understanding what modes actually are, because most guitarists seem to actually misunderstand this. And for me, the easiest way to actually explain what modes are is that they're basically just inversions of a scale. Basically, what we mean by inversion is that they're just the same notes, but in a different order, starting from a different place. This is the easiest way for me to understand modes because it's really what it actually is. They're just the same 7 notes viewed from a different angle or a different starting point. So let's give a quick example here. Let's say we have C major. Right? Well, in the modes, that will be C Ionian, which is the first mode or the first inversion or whatever you want to call it. But if we play D Dorian, that's just the C scale starting and ending in D. So for example, C Ionian and then D Dorian. So they're the same notes, but they have a different center of gravity, if you will, and it creates a different order of the intervals in the scale, which makes it feel completely different, even though they're the same notes, because it shifts the root note and the intervallic order of the scale. And this means that each mode will have specific notes that will pop out and define what the sound is of that mode. But let's clarify something here really quick. It's not the note themselves that create the mode, it's the relationship to the root that creates the mode. So let's go deeper with this idea, because modes are really just colors inside of the harmony. They're not separate worlds. This is where most mode education goes wrong. Modes are not magical replacement scales. They are colors created by emphasizing specific intervals against harmony. Each mode has a defining note. So for example, in the Dorian mode, which I just talked about, that D Dorian mode, the defining note here is going to be that natural 6 that we have here. In other words, that natural B. Because if it were a flat B, it would just be the D minor scale. But since that B flat is B natural, we suddenly have the D Dorian mode. And the same thing happens, for example, with the Lydian mode. The note that's going to define the Lydian mode is that sharp 4th. So for example, if I want to play G Lydian, then I just have to play the D major scale starting from G. So that would be. And another great example is the Mixolydian mode. The important note there is going to be the flat 7th. So if we want the A flat Mixolydian mode, we just have to play the D flat major scale starting and ending in A flat. And that would be this. So the sound of the mode really does come from emphasizing that characteristic note, if you will. And modes exist relative to chords. So harmony really does unlock the mode here. Because a chord progression can strongly imply a mode. So for example, if you want a D Dorian sounding chord progression, then you're going to want to emphasize that natural 6 in the chord progression. So let's say you have D minor here. You can do it like D minor 9 in this way in the shell voicing. And then you can take this flat 7 and just emphasize that natural 6. And that's what's going to give it that characteristic Dorian sound, like in the song So What by Miles Davis, which is basically just doing that all over and over again. Same thing, if I want to improvise on top of that, then I don't have to think D Dorian, I just have to think the C major scale. And this is why many guitar players practice modes but actually never understand or internalize them, because they're seeing it as separate things and they're not really understanding or learning what actually makes these modes work. So if you understand the importance of that characteristic note and where the modes actually come from, you'll be way better equipped to actually use these modes in your improvisations and even in your compositions. So let's talk about what I feel is the fastest way to actually use modes in whatever you're doing. Most guitarists try to memorize 7 modes or 7 scales or 7 intervallic formulas, but there's a much simpler way of thinking about modes. Just think about them as the original scale played on top of different chords. That's really it. So if you know the degree that the mode comes from and you know the parent scale, then you can instantly access that modal sound without learning anything new. It's just doing what you already know, in this case, just the major scale, just in a different place. So instead of thinking that you want to, for example, play the D Dorian scale, think that Dorian is the second mode of C major. So I just need the major scale a whole tone below, which in this case would be C major. So D Dorian equals C major on top of D minor, if that makes sense. Another example, G Lydian equals D major on top of G major, because G Lydian is the 4th mode or the 4th degree of D major, and just playing that D major scale will automatically have the colors that define the G Lydian mode, which is that sharp 4th note right there, which is C sharp in this case. So stop memorizing modes individually. If you know one major scale or if you know just one scale, then you already know all the modes of that scale and how the harmony shifts to create those modes and different colors. It's just a matter of understanding how that works and how to actually do that on the guitar. That's way more musical and way easier to actually use in your improvisations and in your songs than actually trying to memorize 7 different shapes. So wrapping things up, modes become way less confusing when you stop seeing them as 7 different scales or shapes and start seeing them as different colors inside of the parent scale, which most often is the major scale, but it can be really any scale. And once you can visualize that across the fretboard, like for example being able to see C major across the entire fretboard, then improvising and composing using these modes becomes much more intuitive and easier. So if you'd like to go deeper with that idea, I've prepared a free guide for you called 3 Steps to Fretboard Mastery. And in this guide, you'll learn how to see not just the modes, but everything you do across the neck on the guitar. So if that interests you, you can find it in the link in the description down below. And until next time, keep practicing.